Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Clarence here of Switch Mania, and today I am excited to share with you an amazing sale that you can't afford to miss. If you're a fan of gaming, then you know how important it is to keep your library of games fresh and exciting. And that's why I am thrilled to share with you this new sale, featuring 30 must-have games that are sure to keep you entertained for hours on end. So what kind of games can you expect to find in this sale? Well, we've got everything from intense action games like Neon White and Death's Door to gripping RPGs like Dreamscaper and Black Book. We've also got family-friendly titles like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes and ABZÜ. So there's something for everyone in this sale. What are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. First on our list is IRONCAST. IRONCAST is a turn-based strategy game that combines elements of puzzle games and steampunk aesthetics. Set in an alternate history Victorian-era England, players control a steam-powered mecha and engage in battles against other mechas and enemies. The game's mechanics revolve around managing the resources of the mecha, such as coolant, ammunition, and energy, which are used to power various weapons and abilities. Players must balance their use of resources while also strategically maneuvering their mecha and anticipating the moves of their opponents. IRONCAST's unique puzzle elements come into play with the game's gem matching system. Matching gems of the same color provides additional resources and bonuses, while matching specific patterns can trigger special abilities and attacks. The game's steampunk aesthetic is reflected in the mechas themselves, as well as in the game's world building, story, and characters. The atmosphere is immersive with a great attention to detail and a strong sense of personality. Overall, IRONCAST is a fun and challenging strategy game that offers a unique blend of puzzle and turn-based combat mechanics, set in a rich and engaging steampunk world. Next is Black Book. Black Book is a dark RPG game that combines Slavic mythology and card-based gameplay. Players take on the role of a young woman named Vasilisa, who is on a quest to obtain the powerful Black Book and save her beloved from the clutches of the devil. The game is set in a world inspired by 19th century Russia and features a rich narrative that is steeped in Slavic folklore. Players must use their wits and strategic thinking to collect powerful cards and use them to battle monsters and otherworldly creatures. Black Book features a unique combat system that combines turn-based card battles with a real-time action component. Players must carefully choose their cards and decide when to use them to take advantage of their opponent's weaknesses. The game also features a variety of puzzles and side quests that players can complete to uncover new stories and gain valuable rewards. With its engaging narrative, unique gameplay mechanics, and beautiful art style, Black Book is a game that's sure to captivate players who enjoy RPGs and card-based games. Next up, Dreamscaper. Dreamscaper is a roguelite action RPG where players take on the role of a young woman named Cassidy, exploring her subconscious through her dreams. The game has two parts, the day world and the night world. During the day, players can interact with NPCs, develop relationships, and gather resources, while at night, they enter Cassidy's dream world to fight off monsters and explore various environments. What sets Dreamscaper apart is its unique concept of lucid dreaming, where players can create and customize their own dreamscapes, making for a personalized and unique gameplay experience. As players progress, they can unlock new abilities, weapons, and items to survive increasingly challenging dreamscapes. However, the perma-death system means that when Cassidy dies, the game starts over from the beginning, but with new abilities and items. Overall, Dreamscaper is a challenging and immersive adventure in a beautifully crafted dream world, perfect for players who want to experience a mix of action, RPG, and lucid dreaming. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a cooperative multiplayer puzzle game where one player takes on the role of a bomb diffuser and the others act as their expert advisors. The catch is that the experts can't see the bomb, and the diffuser can't see the manual that the expert used to guide them. The gameplay is fast-paced and intense, as the diffuser has a limited amount of time to decipher the bomb's various models and communicate with their team to determine the correct course of action. Failure to do so results in a catastrophic explosion and game over. The game's difficulty can be customized to suit players of different skill levels, with increasingly complex bomb modules and a variety of hazards to keep things interested. The multiplayer aspect of the game encourages communication, teamwork, and quick thinking, making it a great choice for parties or game nights. Overall, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a unique and thrilling game that puts players' problem-solving skills to the test in a high-stakes setting. Next is If Found. If Found is an interactive visual novel game released in 2020. The game is set in 1993 rural Ireland and follows the story of a young woman named Casio who returns home to her family after dropping out of college. The game features hand-drawn artwork and a unique experimental gameplay mechanic where the player erases diary entries and drawings to progress the story. As players erase these entries, they will uncover more of Casio's memories, emotions, and relationships. If Found explores themes of family, identity, and the struggle of coming out in a conservative society. The game features diverse characters and LGBTQ+ representation, making it a refreshing and important addition to the gaming industry. Overall, If Found is a beautiful and emotional game with a unique storytelling approach. It's a game that's perfect for players who enjoy narrative-driven experiences and are looking for a thought-provoking and memorable story. Next up is Telling Lies. Telling Lies is an interactive story-driven video game developed by Sam Barlow, the creator of the critically acclaimed game Her Story. The game is a thriller that follows the story of a woman named Karen who has stolen an NSA hard drive containing classified information. Players take on the role of an anonymous person who has access to her computer and must use their skills to sift through video clips, emails, and other data to uncover the truth about Karen and her actions. One of the unique features of Telling Lies is its non-linear gameplay, which allows players to choose which clips to watch and in what order, leading to multiple possible outcomes and endings. The game also features a star-studded cast, with actors such as Logan Marshall Green and Angela Sarafian bringing the characters to life. Overall, Telling Lies is a captivating and immersive game that uses innovative storytelling techniques to create a unique and memorable experience. It's perfect for players who enjoy thrilling mysteries and exploring the depths of human behavior. Neon White. Neon White is a first-person platformer shooter card game and social sim that blends all of these genres into a perfect mix to create a unique 5-star game experience. In Neon White, players take on the role of a character named White, who has been given a second chance at life in a world called Heaven. As a member of an elite team called the Neon Knights, White must hunt down and eliminate demons to earn her place in Heaven. The game combines elements of platforming and first-person shooting, as players race through levels and engage in fast-paced combat with various types of demons. Players can also upgrade their abilities and weapons to become more effective at taking down their enemies. One of the unique features of Neon White is its card-based mechanics, which are used to perform various actions such as jumping, attacking, and using special abilities. Players must strategically choose which cards to play in order to progress through levels and defeat demons. Neon White's stylish visuals, fast-paced gameplay, and unique card mechanics make it an exciting and highly anticipated game for fans of action platformers. Next up, AI The Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative. AI The Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative is a visual novel with puzzle-solving elements and the prequel to the original game. The game follows the story of Tessa, an agent from the Advanced Brain Investigation section in the year 2036. The game features the same Somnium sections as the original game, where players must explore the subconscious mind of suspects and witnesses to uncover clues. The puzzles in these sections are creative and challenging. The game also features branching story paths and multiple endings depending on the player's choices. nirvanA Initiative has improved graphics with a polished and detailed visual style. The game's story is engaging, with a well-written plot and interesting characters. The puzzles are unique and challenging, with each Somnium section having a distinct atmosphere. Overall, AI The Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative is a must-play for fans of visual novels and puzzle games. Its blend of storytelling and gameplay creates a compelling and immersive experience that is sure to please fans of the genre. Thumper. Thumper features a unique blend of rhythm-based gameplay, psychedelic visuals, and challenging difficulty. Players control a metallic beetle that must navigate through levels while avoiding obstacles and attacking enemies to the beat of the game's intense electronic soundtrack. The game is divided into multiple levels, with each level becoming increasingly difficult as players progress. One of the key features of Thumper is its sense of speed and momentum, which gives the game a thrilling and immersive feel. The game's visual and soundtrack work together to create an intense and mesmerizing experience for players. Thumper is a great game for fans of rhythm games and those looking for a challenging and immersive gaming experience. The game's unique blend of gameplay, visuals, and soundtrack make it a standout title that is well worth playing. Next is Death's Door. Death's Door is a top-down action-adventure game developed by Acid Nerve. Players take on the role of a crow whose job is to collect the souls of the dead. The game features a unique art style with detailed environments and character designs that make it visually stunning. Gameplay in Death's Door is focused on combat and exploration. Players must battle their way through various enemies using a combination of weapons and magical abilities, and solve puzzles to progress through the game's levels. The game's combat is fast-paced and challenging with a variety of enemies enemies that require different strategies to defeat. One of the game's strengths is its storytelling. The world of Death's Door is filled with interesting characters and lore, and the game's narrative is engaging and well written. The game's soundtrack also adds to the overall experience, with a hauntingly beautiful score that complements the game's atmosphere. Overall, Death's Door is a fantastic game that offers a unique and engaging experience. Its challenging combat, intriguing story, and beautiful visuals make it a must-play for fans of action-adventure games. Next up, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is a unique and atmospheric narrative-driven game developed by Cardboard Computer. The game was originally released in 2013, but the TV edition includes all 5 acts of the game, as well as the interlude, The Entertainment. The game features beautiful visuals and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. Players take on the role of a truck driver named Conway, who is attempting to make a delivery to an address of the mysterious and winding Route Zero. The game is a point-and-click adventure where players must explore different locations, solve puzzles, and interact with a cast of interesting characters. One of the game's most notable features is its use of dialogue choices and branching paths, which give players a sense of agency and impact on the story. The game's story is enigmatic and dreamlike, with a strong sense of atmosphere and a focus on the character development. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is a must-play for fans of narrative-driven games and point-and-click adventures. Its unique style and storytelling are sure to leave a lasting impression on players. What Remains of Edith Finch. What Remains of Edith Finch is a narrative-driven adventure game developed by Giant Sparrow. The game puts players in the shoes of the titular Edith Finch as she explores her family's mysterious and tragic history. Each member of the Finch family has their own story, and players experience these stories through a variety of gameplay styles and mechanics. The game is known for its unique storytelling, with each story feeling like a self-contained minigame that is expertly woven into the overarching narrative. The gameplay varies from exploring surreal and dreamlike environments to solving puzzles and even playing as animals. The game's art style and sound design also help to create an eerie and atmospheric experience. What Remains of Edith Finch is a short but incredibly memorable game, with a powerful and emotional story that sticks with player long after the credits roll. The game has won multiple awards for its storytelling and game design, and is a must-play for fans of narrative-driven game. Next is Gone Home. Gone Home is a narrative exploration video game developed by the Fulbright Company. The game takes place in a seemingly abandoned house in Oregon in 1995, and players take on the role of Caitlin, a college student returning home from a trip abroad. As Caitlin, players explore the house, uncovering clues and reading notes to piece together the story of what happened to Caitlin's family in her absence. The game is played from a first-person perspective, and players must examine objects and interact with the environment to progress the story. The game's focus on storytelling and character development has been praised, as well as its immersive atmosphere and attention to detail. The game deals with themes of family, love, and acceptance, and has been commended for its portrayal of LGBTQ+ characters. Overall, Gone Home is a unique and emotionally powerful game that is worth playing for those who enjoy story-driven experiences. Its innovative gameplay and poignant storytelling make it a standout title in the exploration genre. Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is a 2D platform game developed by Headcanon and Pagoda West Games and published by Sega. It is a throwback to the classic Sonic games of the 1990s, featuring gameplay and graphics reminiscent of the Sega Genesis era. The game features Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as playable characters, each with their own unique abilities. The gameplay involves running and jumping through levels, collecting rings and power-ups, and defeating enemies. The game features a mix of new levels and remixed versions of classic Sonic stages with updated graphics and music. One of the standout features of Sonic Mania is the level design, which is both challenging and creative. The game also features a variety of bosses, each with their own unique mechanics. Overall, Sonic Mania is a great addition to the Sonic franchise and a must-play for fans of classic 2D platformers. Its combination of nostalgic elements and new gameplay ideas make it a great game for both old school and new school gamers. Now I have some exciting news to share with you all. According to my analytics, 88% of you who have watched my videos are not subscribed to my channel yet. Can you believe that? That's a huge number of viewers who are missing out on all the new content I have in store. I understand that there's a lot of great content out there, but I promise you won't regret subscribing to my channel. From gameplay highlights to in-depth reviews, I bring you the latest and greatest on the Nintendo Switch scene. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a part of this amazing community. I'll be sure to keep the content coming, and I can't wait to see what you think of it. Next is AI, the SOMNIUM Files. AI, the SOMNIUM Files is a video game developed by Spike Chunsoft. The game is a visual novel with puzzle-solving elements and features a unique story that centers around a murder investigation. Players take on the role of Detective Kanami Date, who must use his investigative skills to uncover the truth behind a series of bizarre and mysterious murders. The game is known for its unique Somnium sections, where players must explore the subconscious minds of suspects and witnesses to uncover clues. These sections involve solving puzzles and making choices that affect the outcome of the investigation. In addition to the engaging story and gameplay, AI the Somnium Files features stunning visuals and an excellent soundtrack. The characters are well designed and the voice acting is top-notch. Overall, AI the Somnium Files is a must-play for fans of visual novels and puzzle games. Its engaging story, unique gameplay, and excellent presentation make it a standout title in the genre. Next up is Grindstone. Grindstone is a puzzle game developed by Capybara Games. In this game, players take on the role of George, a burly warrior who must cut down waves of enemies to collect grindstones. The game is played on a grid, and players must chain together same-colored enemies to create combos and collect grindstones. The game features over 200 levels, each with unique challenges and obstacles to overcome. As players progress, they unlock new weapons and abilities that help them take on tougher enemies. The game's graphics are bright and colorful, with detailed character designs and animations. One of the standout features of Grindstone is its sound design, with a catchy soundtrack and satisfying sound effects that add to the game's overall charm. The game is easy to pick up and play, but offers plenty of depth and strategy for players who want to master it. Overall, Grindstone is a fun and addictive puzzle game that offers hours of entertainment. Its engaging gameplay, colorful graphics, and catchy soundtrack make it a great choice for fans of the genre. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is a remastered version of the classic JRPG developed by Bandai Namco. The game features updated graphics and additional content not found in the original release. Players take on the role of protagonist Yuri Lowell, a former Imperial Knight who embarks on a quest to retrieve a stolen Blastia core. The game's combat system is real-time and action-oriented, allowing players to chain together attacks and use powerful special moves called artists. The game also features a skill system that allows players to customize their characters and unlock new abilities as they level up. One of the highlights of the Definitive Edition is the improved graphics, which feature more detailed character models and environments. The game's story is engaging, with well-developed characters and a complex plot. The game also features a wide range of side quests and optional content, providing a lot of replay value. Overall, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is an excellent choice for fans of the JRPG genre. Its updated graphics and additional content make it a worthwhile purchase for both fans of the original game and newcomers to the series. Next is Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ. Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ is a 2D fighting game developed by Arc System Works and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. The game features a large roster of characters from the Dragon Ball franchise, each with their unique moves and abilities. The gameplay is fast-paced and focused on aerial combat, with players able to perform elaborate combos and special moves. One of the standout features of Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ is its stunning visuals, which are faithful to the anime and manga that the game is based on. The game also features an original story mode, which sees players battling against an army of clones created by the villainous Android 21. Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ has a robust online multiplayer mode, with players able to compete against each other in ranked and casual matches. The game also features local multiplayer, allowing friends to battle each other in person. Overall, Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ is a fantastic fighting game that does justice to the Dragon Ball franchise. Its fast-paced gameplay, stunning visuals, and excellent online multiplayer make it a must-play for fans of the series and fighting games in general. Next up is Minit. Minit is a unique adventure game developed by Devolver Digital. The game's main hook is its time limit of 60 seconds, which adds a sense of urgency and replayability to the gameplay. Players control a character who wakes up with a cursed sword and must explore the world, complete tasks, and solve puzzles before the timer runs out. Upon death, players respawn at their home but retain certain progress and items obtained in their previous playthrough. The game's minimalist black and white pixel art style is charming and simple, but it still manages to convey a lot of character and detail. The game's short play sessions and quick respawn time makes it easy to pick up and play, and the variety of tasks and puzzles keep the gameplay fresh and engaging. The game also has a great sense of humor and self-awareness, poking fun at video game tropes and conventions. Overall, Minit is a creative and fun game that uses its unique time limit limit mechanic to great effect. It's a great option for players who enjoy puzzle solving, exploration, and quirky humor. Mark of the Ninja Remastered. Mark of the Ninja Remastered is a 2D stealth platformer video game developed and published by Clay Entertainment. It is a remastered version of the original game, which was released in 2012. The game features updated graphics and audio, as well as new content and improvements to gameplay mechanics. Players control a ninja named the Mark 1 and must navigate through levels using stealth and acrobatics to avoid detection by enemies. The game features a unique line of sight mechanic, where the player's visibility is determined by the lighting and obstacles in the environment. The remastered version includes enhanced graphics, audio, and cutscenes, as well as new levels and a new Game Plus mode. The game also features a new character, Dosan, who provides additional story content. Mark of the Ninja Remastered received critical acclaim for its tight controls, engaging gameplay, and excellent presentation. The remastered version is a great option for both fans of the original game and newcomers to the genre. Next is ABZÜ. ABZÜ is an adventure video game developed by Giant Squid Studios. The game allows players to explore an underwater world filled with marine life and ancient ruins. Players take on the role of a diver and must swim through a series of levels, solving puzzles and uncovering the secrets of the ocean. The game's main focus is on exploration and discovery, and players are encouraged to take their time and enjoy the game's beautiful environments. The game features a minimalist art style and an atmospheric soundtrack which work together to create a calming and immersive experience. In addition to exploration, the game also features a number of environmental puzzles and challenges, which require players to use their wits and reflexes to progress. The game also features a number of hidden collectibles and secrets, which provide additional incentive for players to explore and revisit levels. Overall, ABZÜ is a beautiful and engaging game, which offers a unique and memorable experience for players who enjoy exploration and adventure games. Next up is SIGNALIS. SIGNALIS is a survival horror game developed by Rose Engine. The game follows the story of a woman named Elster, who is sent on a mission to a mysterious planet in order to investigate a signal coming from the planet's surface. As Elster, players explore the planet, solving puzzles and battling hostile creatures along the way. The game is known for its unique visuals, which combines pixel art with 3D graphics to create a surreal and atmospheric world. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and combat with a focus on survival and resource management. SIGNALIS has received praise from its immersive atmosphere, compelling storyline, and challenging gameplay. However, some critics have noted that the game's difficulty can be frustrating at times and that the controls can be clunky. Overall, SIGNALIS is a well-crafted survival horror game that offers a unique and engaging experience for fans of the genre. Its haunting atmosphere, engaging storyline, and challenging gameplay make it a worthwhile addition to any horror fans collection. Kingdom Two Crowns. Kingdom Two Crowns is a 2D side-scrolling strategy game developed by Noyo and Code Sync. It is the third installment in the Kingdom series, and it follows the same basic formula as its predecessors. In Kingdom Two Crowns, players take on the role of a monarch who must build, defend, and expand their kingdom. The game has a pixel art aesthetic and features a day and night cycle, with players using the day to gather resources and fortify their defenses, and the night to defend against attacks by monsters. One of the key features of Kingdom Two Crowns is its simplicity. The game is easy to pick up and play, with intuitive controls and a minimalistic user interface. However, there is also depth to the gameplay, with strategic decision making required to effectively manage resources and defenses. Overall, Kingdom Two Crowns is a fun and engaging strategy game that is well suited for both casual and hardcore players. Its charming graphics and accessible gameplay make it a great option for anyone looking for a relaxing but engaging gaming experience. Next is Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy is a side-scrolling platformer game developed by Cellar Door Games. The game features randomly generated dungeons in which players must fight through a variety of enemies and traps to reach the end. Players control a knight who must explore the dungeons, defeat bosses, and collect treasures in order to upgrade their equipment and abilities. One of the unique features of Rogue Legacy is the inheritance system. When the player character dies, the player takes control of their descendant. Each descendant has a different set of abilities and traits, which can make each playthrough feel unique. This system also adds a sense of progression, as the players can use the gold collected by their ancestors to purchase permanent upgrades. Overall, Rogue Legacy is a challenging and addictive game that offers a lot of replayability. Its inheritance system and randomly generated dungeons make each playthrough feel different, while its tight controls and satisfying combat keep the game feeling fresh. The game's pixel art graphics and retro-style music also adds to the overall charm of the game. Next up is Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge is a side-scrolling action-adventure game developed by Tom Happ. The game follows the story of Trace, a scientist who wakes up in a strange alien world and must explore and fight his way through various environments to uncover the truth behind his situation. The game's primary gameplay mechanic revolves around glitching ability that allows Trace to manipulate the game's environment in various ways, providing unique challenges and puzzles to solve. The game features a retro 8-bit art style that is both nostalgic and visually appealing, and the soundtrack is well crafted and fitting to the game's theme. The controls are tight and responsive, which is essential for a game that requires precise platforming and combat. The game's story is engaging and filled with mysterious twists and turns, keeping players engaged throughout the entire experience. Overall, Axiom Verge is a well-crafted game that expertly combines traditional gameplay mechanics with unique twists and challenges that make it stand out from other games in its genre. It's a must-play for fans of action-adventure and platforming games. Winds of Change. Winds of Change is an indie game developed by Tall Tale Studios that combines point-and-click adventure gameplay with visual novel elements. The game is set in a fantasy world where players take on the role of a bard who is tasked with aiding a rebellion against an evil empire. Along the way, the player will encounter various characters, each with their own stories and motivations, and must make decisions that will affect the outcome of the story. The gameplay is mostly linear and narrative focused, with puzzles and dialogue choices that affect the story's direction. The visual and audio design is one of the game's highlights, with detailed pixel art and an excellent soundtrack. The game also includes multiple endings depending on the choices players make. While the game is not without its flaws, it is a solid choice for those who enjoy story-driven games and are looking for an indie title with a unique setting and characters. The story is engaging, the characters are well written, and the gameplay mechanics are well executed. Next is Wayward Strand. Wayward Strand is a narrative-driven adventure game developed by Ghost Pattern and published by CodeSync. Set in a flying hospital in the 1970s, the game is a unique blend of visual novel and point-and-click adventure elements, with a strong emphasis on character-driven storytelling. The game's most notable features is its approach to dialogue, which takes the form of a branching conversation system that allows players to shape their relationships with the various characters they encounter. The game's story also explores themes of family, community, and the consequences of their actions. In terms of gameplay, Wayward Strand offers a relaxing and low-pressure experience, with puzzles and interactions that are relatively straightforward. The game's visuals are also a standout feature, with a unique and charming art style that perfectly captures the game's setting and characters. Overall, Wayward Strand is a charming and engaging adventure that tells a heartfelt and memorable story. It's a must-play for fans of narrative-driven games, visual novels, and unique art styles. Next up is Slay the Spire. With more roguelikes and card-based strategy games being added to the eShop on a regular basis, new games must constantly find new ways to stand out. Slay the Spire is successful in this way because it lacks a traditional story or plot and instead allows the player to become completely immersed in strategic thinking. It's not the most visually appealing or flashy roguelike out there, but it has my attention. Slay the Spire is a Switch-optimized roguelike card battler. Its intense battles, amusing random encounters, and selection of 3 impressively different characters make every attempt to reach the top tense and completely engrossing. Slay the Spire is a breath of fresh air that combines card-based and roguelike game elements. In theory, this may not seem like a good idea, but Slay the Spire gets it right thanks to its combat system, length of play, and the fact that each experience is unique. As a result, you'll find yourself wanting to play more and more. And last but not the least, Valhalla, Cyberpunk Bartender action. When it comes to visual novels, Valhalla is the best. I've never seen a story with such a great combination of sharp writing, beautiful images, and delectable music that manages to keep me interested for hours without ever going on too long. Furthermore, the game's combination of drink mixing action and visual novel storytelling makes it difficult to put down once you start. Valhalla is a creative gem from an unexpected source, and I can't wait to see what the team comes up with next. Overall, Valhalla on the Switch is a fantastic fantastic port that performs far better than I anticipated. The new controls may take some getting used to, but after a few minutes of fiddling with them, I discovered that they were fairly simple to use. Overall, the game retains the same charm and likability that drew me in back in 2016. After a while, the gameplay can become tedious, but there's no better place to be at the end of the night than in Jill's head while she works another shift of the bar. With this 30 games on sale now, you won't want to miss out on the chance to grab some amazing title at unbeatable prices. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to the sale now and grab your favorites while you can. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.